Hey guys, welcome back. Today in day 7, part 6, we will talk about auto closure. So in our playground, we already made that. You can file new and playground and then blank and then location. So in playground we will run sample codes. So let's go to our reference, which is swift.org, and under language guide and closure. So autoclosure. An autoclosure is a closure that is automatically created to wrap an expression that's being passed as an argument to a function. So let me read it again. An autoclosure is a closure that is automatically created to wrap an expression that's being passed as an argument to a function. Okay? So it doesn't take any argument. And when it's called, it returns the value of the expression that's wrapped inside of it. This syntactic convenience lets you omit braces around a function parameter by writing a normal expression instead of an explicit closure. So it's common to call function to take autoclosure, but it's not common to implement that kind of function. So for example, we can mention asserts. So assert get several parameter and which is condition, message, file, line, and function take an autoclosure for its condition. So condition gets autoclosure and message parameters. Its condition parameter is evaluated only in debug builds, and its message parameter is evaluated only if condition is false. Okay, this is about the assert. So you will see that it will work base of expression coming out from condition. So you will see that it's depend of the this guy, which is a autoclosure. Which is a closure. An autoclosure lets you delay evaluation because, okay, so what is the point of it? It's let you delay evaluation because the code inside it run until isn't run until you call the closure. Delaying evaluation is useful for code that has side effects or computationally expensive because it's lets you control when the code is evaluated. The code below shows how a closure delay evaluation. So yeah, here we go. This is the code. So let's go to our playground and check it out. So here we have this one. So I'm gonna run it until here. So look at this. So we made this customer line, customers in line, with 5 name. Okay, so when we print number of the count of this tell us 5, yeah, but if we create a customer provider, which is a closure that remove number 0, location of the 0, then when we print that, still you will see that count is 5 because we just implement this, and it won't work, so it's delayed until we call this customer provider. So we use with the braces actually explicitly, but anyway, you will see when we run it, then count's gonna drop down, and also we will see Chris here as the first element. Okay, and here's a description, and just I'm gonna add this one. So note that the type of customer provider is not a string. So type of customer provider is not a string. This is very important. It's not a string. type is a closure that get nothing and return a string. So a function with no parameter that return a string. So this is type of customer provider. So you will see that in Swift even we can have type of as a function, and a very wide range for type. Okay, so you get the same behavior of delay evaluation when you pass a closure as an argument to a function. So here, this is the code. So let's go to this one. So you'll see same behavior when we make a function, and this function gets customer provider, and here as a we pass it, here says the type of it's disclosure, and so when we call it, then it's gonna works, and you will see that when we declare it, it's not work, but when we call it, call this function, then it will work. Okay, so and also here we'll say okay, it take an autoclosure by marking its parameter type with at sign autoclosure. So attribute autoclosure. Now you can call function as if it's took a string argument instead of a closure. The argument is automatically converted to a closure because the customer provider parameters type is marked with an autoclosure. So here you will see that it's this guy help you to convert type to closure. And here we have this guy, so you will see. So now we're serving Eva. This is this guy, and here when we call it, it will do this. Here's now serving Eva. Okay, so just one note. Pay attention to this. It said overuse autoclosure can make your code hard to understand. So pay attention. It can make your code too hard to understand for everybody because it's kind of very rare using feature, but you need to know that when you want to step in interview room, you need to know this. So that's why we talked about it. The context of function name should make clear the evaluation is being different. So when you use your function name, context should clear that for you. So if you want an autoclosure is that is allowed to escape, use both at autoclosure and escaping attribute. The escaping attribute is described. Yeah, okay, so here said that you can find it in just in part one part before in the, I believe, part 5. Yeah, we talked about it. So if you want, let me read this again. If you want an autoclosure that is allowed to escape, you want to have one autoclosure also allowed to escape, then use both autoclosure and escaping attribute. So here is our code. So let's look at this code and see how it's work. So I run it. So here is it. We say customer providers, we want to use escape. So we need to, outside of the function, declare it. So we say this guy is an array of this type of function that get nothing, return a string. And we make it to be empty. Yeah, as an array, you know how you can declare an empty array. And then we will declare our function. So this function, in our function, we will say, okay, an autoclosure and at escaping. So it should be autoclosure and escaping. And it's gonna be, this guy. And here we collect customer provider for, customer inline dot remove at 0. So you will see we used escape. So we used our code just inside this, because it's escape, and also auto closure. So print collect, and here you will see that how it's work. And here we use an array that's actually we use this guy one by one, and now serving, and it's gonna do that until remove all of the names in our inlines, customer inlines. So yeah, that was about all about the closure. So if you review these 6 parts, you know everything about the closure. But I will add one extra video, which we will review all of these together, and also we try to use some extra sample code that you will see how with all of these features we can make one huge line, several line of codes in just two very small parts of as a closure that is exactly coming in arguments inside the argument declaration. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you like the video. If you like it, please make sure to give it thumbs up, and also don't forget to be subscribed for more video coming every day. And if you have any question, please ask in comment below. I will be more than happy to help you and answer your questions. And I wish the best for you. Have a good one. Bye bye.